Come on, I'm bored. Let's ditch school today. Just this once, no one will find out. I promise you. Trust me, it's going to be a blast. Everyone's going to be there. Nothing to worry. We'll have fun and be home before our parents are back. The title of my public speaking is Peer Pressure. Good morning and a warm welcome to the Honorable Judge, invited guests, teachers, fellow participants, and audience. Peer pressure, the very word that makes most parents shudder, as the influence of friends is the most powerful force in everyone's life. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know that as kids, they have experienced this pressure from the very first time they played with other children? And with all the latest technologies and gadgets available easily today, peer pressure has become a major worry to parents of teenagers too. Ladies and gentlemen, better, you can't make peer pressure go away, as it's a natural process of growing up. But you can help your child to learn how to cope with it, if ever he or she encounters it. Ladies and gentlemen, the term peer pressure usually raises the alarm of negative image, but peer pressure by the children and friends at times can influence positively by encouraging one another to do good things, such as involve actively in school activities and programs, and avoid kids who might not have their best interests at heart. In this way, peer pressure is healthy. Still, with parents, they don't see those healthy image when they think of peer pressure. They know kids can be very convincing with other kids, especially teenagers get tangled in the problem. It's better to know who your kids are hanging around with, so you can prevent yourself from making blunder. And as parents, teach the child the ability to be independent and make correct decisions. Recent studies indicate that a child who is close to their parents and have a strong relationship tend to be less influenced negatively by other kids, while the trust, belief, love, caring, concern, and time spent with your kids have great impact on the type of decision making by your child. Children live in a household with either both parents or single parents. It's not an easy task for parents to manage job, home, pay bills, and be with their kids, regardless of how much time the parent willy-nilly to spend time with their kid. But there is a strict demand of obligation and obstacle which take the parent attention away. However, it's vital to spend time and make priority for your kids. Schedule time if necessary. Remember, time flies. Children will grow from childhood to adulthood. They will become more involved in outside activities and friends. Get to know what's happening in their life and guide them always to battle from negative peer pressure. How you talk to your kids is important. Ask questions, but don't react by lecturing and jumping quick on advice because you won't get the information you need. Don't forget to praise your kids when they share thoughts or opinion with you by sharing something that happened to them and how they dealt with it, because a few words of support and praises from the people who left them will help them in the long run to be confident to deal with problems, say no to useless activities, abusive manner, and peer pressure. In short, talk to them instead of at them. Monitor what your children do. Don't look at the age factor whether your children are young or old. What you're doing is to safeguard their safety. So don't be afraid to set guidelines and use effective method as solution. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to share a 5-method step called SODAS. The principles are simple, yet it's effective to be used in any circumstance. SODAS stands for S, situation, O, option, D, disadvantage, A, advantage, and S for solution. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see how it works. First, ask specific questions to determine the situation. Tell your children to stay focused on the entire situation and summarize the information, as children can lose sight of the actual problem. Second, once the description of the situation has been identified, we can begin discussing the options that the children have. The purpose of this is for the children to face each obstacle, knowing that they have more than one option of solution for their problem. Third, discuss with the children on the option they have chosen. Help them to come up with the advantage and disadvantage for every option. Let them see and understand the pros and the cons of the option that they have chosen to solve the problem they are facing from their surrounding and peers. Fourth, at this point, the children would have developed the ability to select the best option to be taken and will work for them. Help your child from time to time to keep them informed of advantage and disadvantage of their choice, so they will establish a pattern in making future resolution, as some decisions are tough to make and needs additional thoughts. Danger lurking every corner in many forms of illegal and immoral activities, no denying the impact on our society from the adapted and adopted culture. Our kids, as they grow up, don't let them off guard temptation to go along with their peers. As parents, teach them how to deal, avoid, and ignore them aside. I've come to the end of my sharing on peer pressure. Ladies and gentlemen, the influence of peer pressure will always have effects on the children. Sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good. But please do not fail to recognize when your child shows signs of unhealthy pressure and in need of help. At any age, your children will always be your little babies. Thank you and good day.
7 minutes.